Pharaoh's brutality angered the gods and they sent 10 plagues on Egypt. The first was a plague of blood, which instantly turned the water of the Nile red and killed all the fish in the river. But even though the Pharaoh called in sorcerers to cast a spell, the remedy was no longer effective and soon the blood flooded the crops. The nation was in a state of panic, and just when they thought the gods had rested their anger, a second disaster followed. Tens of millions of frogs popped out of the bloodwater and broke into human territory with purpose, soon covering the streets of the city and even the Pharaoh's palace. As tens of thousands of frogs found no place to stay, they eventually piled up and died. This led to a third plague of mosquitoes and flies that thrived on the stinking corpses. The entire Egyptian sky was quickly covered and the people of the city were swept away. Even the Pharaoh was loved by the flies. The virus carried by the flies spread rapidly and pustules began to grow on people's bodies. In a matter of days, tens of thousands of people, including the Pharaoh, were killed by the virus. But despite this, Pharaoh continued to do as he pleased. He made the Hebrew slaves work day and night, which led to a fourth plague. The peasants lost their only labor and had to take their corpses into the wilderness to be burned. On that day a message appeared on Pharaoh's white horse which said that these calamities were the result of them gods and that only by freeing the 400,000 Hebrew slaves who had been working could the gods be appeased and reconciled. But Pharaoh didn't believe this nonsense. He thought he was the only god in the world. Little did he know that his arrogant behavior had once again angered the gods and that an even more terrible disaster was in store.